Welcome to Beyond Cinema Studio at Sundance. Thank you so much for joining us, Chloe and Forrest. Your film, Songs My Brothers Taught Me, is going to premiere this afternoon, right?
Yes.
What are you most looking forward to about that?
I most look forward to see the kids on the stage and just to see them see themselves on the big screen like that for the first time with the audience.
Yeah, I think that would be a great experience, and then getting to feel that energy and stuff, to get the story actually out there for the first time is pretty exciting.
Yeah. Pine Ridge Reservation in South Dakota. How did you first come across that area?
It was about 4 years ago. I took my first trip. I've seen pictures of Pine Ridge, and even within these pretty simple two-dimensional pictures, there's just such complicity to what's in that frame, and I was very curious. So I drove and I got out there. There's the Badlands, and there's just these. And to make this very short, is I drove to a gas station to get gas for my car, and then just this young boy, about Zhang's age, is in the film. He's got a bandana on, and he rode this bareback on this horse, goes to the gas station to get some cigarettes. And I was just looking at him like, can I take a picture of you? Can I tell your story? That's how I started.
That's nice. Yeah.
I guess that's
She spent so much time there. I mean, years, like shooting and documentary shooting and getting to be a part, kind of the fabric of the community. So
You really must have earned the trust of the locals then. Was that quickly? Did it happen quickly, or?
Yeah, I think they're used to, Pine Ridge is a very controversial place, and they're used to having cameras on them. At the same time, they're also very careful about it, jaded about it, the journalism and irresponsible journalism. And but it took, but if the elder said to me on my first trip, it's like, if you come and go very quickly, like most news people, then if you come and you actually stay for a while, then we'll start taking you seriously.
So how long was it for a while?
Well, it's not enough. First is last year was about, the year of production was 8 months, and the year before 6 months, and the year before was 4 months. So I was working out to.
it's really a lot of time.
It was a big
I mean,
time.
this is really amazing that she sees it that way, but she's spending
I
a lot
had
of time.
to adjust, because from Brooklyn, Williamsburg to South Dakota, there's need a little bit of time adjusting, but I ended up loving it so much.
She really was able to capture kind of a feeling, the fabric of the life. I didn't know. I mean, when I saw the first things you showed me, I was blown away first by the pictures, then by the documentary work, and just I feel like we spent there on the screen to really see the connection.
Great.
And how did you get involved, Forrest, and when and why?
Well, I mean, we met. We talked about the project, and I was really excited. Actually, by
Sundance introduced us, I think.
yeah, for the first time, but then there was New York, and then there was LA, like a number of meetings and talks and stuff, and to get to know the project and get to know, I think, her passion, which is what, like, my partner Yin and Yang and I were like attracted to, was the story and her passion, and then we saw some of her vision on screen because she had been shooting for a while, so.
I'm always changing drafts.
Because she was. I think you were always sort
I
of
was meeting people,
looking at people, and
including news stories. So
on the res, she would meet someone, and then that would change the script itself.
Yeah.
So the script would change and grow. And 1 minute it would be about this person, and then she'd say, "No, I've decided it should be about this person."
Oh
So
dear.
it was powerful though.
Yeah, but I think it's fun that way.
And so you used you cast from the res. And you used first-time actors.
Mostly like 95%.
Right, the two leads, right? The kids.
And I think there's 3 people in the film that are not from, 3 actors are not from the reservation.
Okay.
Everyone from the reservation are first time, and so we have a big cast. So.
Right. I doubt there was ever any thought to casting outside of the res.
There was pressure of it at some point. People were saying, well, you're going to have, be able to have more attraction if you cast one of the Twilight boys, and there's definitely that. And I at my weakest moment, I've considered it. But
There's no pushing. We didn't push you.
You guys,
Yeah.
but
Not
before.
for
But the thing is, I met Forrest pretty late. This is like we've been developing. They already. I'm gonna say that out loud. They were the only people. I mean, I have so much institutional support, and yet when it really comes to putting money in and investing, they were the only person, the only company that was interested, because I decided to work with first-time native kids, and so.
But she had worked on the script in the lab and stuff, in the Sundance lab,
Right.
and directed that. But like I say, it kept growing and changing and moving. But
I feel like it's a theme this year at Sundance. I've seen a few films with first-time actors or taking actors out of the area that they're shooting in.
Yeah, and different budget too. It's really exciting.
Yeah, all over.
Yeah.
The film, in one of the descriptions of your story, I read that it was about rediscovering the meaning of home. And you've lived all over the place, all over the world, including Massachusetts, where I'm from.
Oh, yay.
And I would love to know what the meaning of home is to you.
I was telling Forrest that last night, so I don't know what that is. And I have drifted so much the way I was raised. You know, I never feel attached to a place enough that I say I cannot leave this place. And so I don't understand that attachment that people have with the place, the community, and the family until I went to Pine Ridge. In New York, it's the same way. People come and go, you know. And when I went to Pine Ridge for the first time, the one thing that hit me the most is that these people have such a complex and strong bond with this land and this community, and there is pros and cons to that. And I was very curious to understand the question that people always ask: why don't they just leave if life is hard? Why don't they just leave? This is America. You have all the opportunity. Why don't you just leave? And I was trying to understand that, and it still cannot completely articulate it. So I made this film to kind of express that, to capture, maybe there's a little bit answer in there that you can take away.
Interesting. I kind of love how you went through it all and you made the movie and you still don't know.
No.
Such a process of discovery.
you see the film, it's a very complex thing, you know, to leave home or those who do and how it affects the community. So I think it's something to discover.
Well, speaking of leaving home, lastly, I want to ask you where, if money didn't matter and logistics didn't matter, where would you want to shoot your next film?
In the heartland, again, probably somewhere in Wyoming and Nebraska, South Dakota, still that area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I'm attracted to the part of America I think is disappearing, is forgotten, places that, you know, carry so much history and I don't know, just these little towns I've been driving through, just getting to Pine Ridge from airports that are just disappearing. And I'm attracted to that. I'm attracted to cultures and places, doesn't matter where, that might not be here in 20 years. And why do those people choose to stay there instead of moving away and move forward? And what does that mean? How do they want to be remembered? You know, I want to be part of that and capture that.
Right. And Forrest, can I ask you the same question too? Where in the world do you want to shoot?
Do I want to shoot?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, it might be interesting to shoot either in Brazil, maybe I think I might go shoot in Mexico again. I like shooting in Mexico. I don't really. You asked the question about where I like to shoot a film, or the home question?
Oh yeah, sorry, no, the shooting the film question is just wondering like where that one place that maybe you haven't gotten to yet, and you're always like, gosh, that would just be cinematically.
To be honest, for me it's like about the story, and I don't have it in any particular place. It would be about the individual, and then I would just go there, and wherever I go, I discover a whole new universe. When I go to a different place, as an actor or director or whatever producer, it's about unfolding and trying to understand the place. And then all of a sudden I realize I'm in a territory and a land that I never knew I was in the first place. So it's always new. I'm always open to a story about people.
Great. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank
That's
you.
wonderful.
Sure. Thanks.